Hero fans, thanks for tuning in, as I'm going to be looking at the newest patch, which would be for Android 1.13.39 or for iOS 1.15.4. And what we're going to be looking at first is the hero updates, because there are pretty big changes this time. Not for too many of the popular heroes, but the first one that they've changed is for Queen. And they've given her more bleed damage on her basic ability, so basically we're just looking at more damage here. They've made it so her second ability gives her percent to gain crit, which is just basically increase her overall DPS. And as well, they increased, I think it was her third ability. Yeah, they made it so that she gains more crit damage and HP as well. So now her ability to kind of act as a front row is a lot more useful because she's not going to die as fast. There's a lot less chance that she's going to die on like the first or second turn. Although with the current meta, I don't know if that's enough to put her as a reliable tank. But if you already had a Queen on your team, or if you were putting one in your team just to make a rainbow aura, or if you're trying for one of the more obscure auras, I think this is a step in the right direction. She already did a ton of damage because the fact that she used to get so much attack was amazing. But I think they actually did remove that. Yeah, so they've changed it so that she doesn't gain 50% flat attack anymore. Okay, so that's interesting. Unless I'm missing something here. No, I don't think so. They made it so that she has crit instead of base attack now, which actually probably is worse. It's actually hard to tell whether or not they buffed Queen with this or not. I guess it's going to remain to be seen. They definitely buffed her first ability, but the other stuff is hard to say because flat attack was incredibly high. That's how you were able to see Queens with like 130,000 attack because she had a passive that gave her 50% attack. So having 50% crit is still very good, but it's just going to be a little bit different. We're going to have to see how that plays out. They also changed Sleepless's abilities. They made it so all of his marks that he applies on all of his abilities are activated after one turn now. And they also increased the damage reduction he gets, or I think they introduced it. I don't think it was there previously. Off of his ability, he gains 15% damage reduction. And all of his marks just do more damage. Now, they also removed his counterattack. So now, instead of having a counterattack, when he takes damage, he tags the user with a mark. And that mark will allow him to heal as well as do damage. So that's actually pretty good for him, especially since right now there's a big shift in the at the top of the meta for people to be switching over to full light and dark teams. The most common being 3 light and 3 dark. And if Sleepless happens to be on your team, he's going to be a lot more useful now. He's going to do a lot more damage, and since there are not really many great first slot units for light and dark, he's probably going to actually fill a decent role here. And the next one that they changed was Gurk. They made it so Gurk no longer heals the ally with the lowest HP. Now he heals 3 different allies for a certain amount over 3 turns, depending on how much attack he has, 165% attack. And they also increased his holy damage, I think. Yeah, they increased his holy damage that he gets. From where? From this one here, I guess. I know they increased his holy damage. That's what it says in the updates. It's hard to read these patch notes that they give out because they're all over the place and there's typos. Like, they're riddled with it. They didn't put a lot of time into this, but it does look like overall they did buff Gurk and they did buff Sleepless, so that's really good for people who are making light and dark teams but couldn't quite get Faith Blades or Dark Arthendals or Armivores in order to fill every slot. If you have a Gurk or a Sleepless that you're looking to fit in there, even if it's just temporary, they're going to have a lot more impact now. The Queen buff, like I said, is, or buff, I'm not really sure if you can even call it that. It probably is, but it's harder to tell out of the gate. We'll have to see how she does moving forward. As for the actual events, it's another casino event, which is a little unfortunate because there was only one recently, but if you had been watching my last video, or not my last video, but the video where I talked about resource management, the one that Dodging Rain helped me do, you might actually still be able to complete this. I am currently myself on 231 casino tokens, and I think you only need 320 to complete this one because it only goes up to 400, and you get a free Emily out of that, so that's pretty good because Emily's very popular right now. The artifact is garbage. It's just going to help you level up another artifact, honestly, but you get profit orbs and casino coins from that, so that's always beneficial. The same kind of goes for the tavern quest. Their rewards are never particularly amazing, but getting super casino coins and orbs always will help you complete other events, so that's awesome. The main thing here is there's another fusion event going on, so if you've been saving up resources to make a hero, now's the perfect time, especially if you're on the private server, because you can have the effects of the Awakened Hero or Awakened Glory as well, which will allow you to get an orange exclusive artifact, which are super rare and super valuable. So perfect time to get that done. The event overall, I think it's okay. It probably isn't the best if you're on the official server, though, because it's going to be almost impossible to complete another casino event so shortly after the last one. I'm not 100% why they're putting them so close together. Most people assumed it was going to be like Tavern and Fusion just by itself, but having another casino on top of that is a little unusual. But, I mean, to me, it's just additional stuff. And if you actually are using the resources, or if you're using your resources in the way that we dictated you should in the video, then you actually should be able to complete this as well. So I think it's pretty good overall. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of the hero buffs, or in Queen's case, the potential buff. Specifically with her, let me know what you guys think. I know many people don't use Queen, so if you do happen to use her, let me know how the data goes and how you feel about her now. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.